Hailing back all the way from the days of MED00, this Medusa-type sparks just as much anxiety as Crimson King, the god of destruction himself does. It is MED00 Stone Mirror, with a kit of Triple Destroy, Biped Legs, and the leg ability of Mascot, which, upon being attacked, debuffs the success and power of the attacker's parts upon the end of the turn. Now, much like Crimson King, as I mentioned, as basically the king of anxiety no less, Stone Mirror very easily takes up that role as the queen, as Destroy is a very conditional skill, a gambling skill more or less, but in the few cases where you can actually time it well, it is absolutely catastrophic. Just to go over Destroy briefly, what it does, in Stone Mirror's case, it is a shooting-based attack that has one of the following conditions. If it catches a foe in heat phase and correctly targets the part they are going to use, it instantly destroys the part. If it catches a foe in cooldown phase and also targets the part they had just used on their turn, the part also is instantly destroyed. If it catches a shield that is intercepting their blow, the shield part in question, once again, is fully destroyed instantly. If it does not meet any of these above requirements, the part does minimal to normal damage. Now, with that being said, Destroy, of course, is a skill that you can make use of on just about any team, especially high-end competitive teams. You will almost never see a competitive or meta team without Destroy somewhere in the build to counter any kind of shielders that would potentially want to delay them or get in their way. So it is honestly a very good to make use of. Unfortunately, however, in the case of Stone Mirror, having Triple Destroy does kind of hurt her overall viability just a hair, as it means she does not have any pierce damage potential, but she is very largely a gambling-based bot, as if you cannot seem to correctly time your particular attack with the correct target, you will not be doing a lot of damage immediately unless you can get that timing and rhythm in check. The leg ability of Mascot, however, does kind of help her just a little bit. Normally, with anyone that has Destroy on the field, for competitive teams especially, they are typically the first ones that you want to kill, because if you have a shielder on their team to help buy time, that shielder is not safe the entire time that Destroy is on the field. So very likely, you want to take Stone Mirror out first if she's your ally. However, Stone Mirror takes this and basically makes it a spite move with her leg ability of Mascot, which, again, upon being attacked, debuffs the success and power of the attacker, which means at the end of the attacker's turn, any particular following blow from here on anyone else will have slightly weaker success, which is your chance of landing the hit in general and your critical hit, and your power, which means you'll be dealing slightly less damage with each consecutive blow that it takes in order to knock down Stone Mirror for good. So even if you do end up knocking her out, that spite ultimately will kind of linger and haunt you for the rest of the battle, even when she goes down, to kind of help give her help give her allies that extra edge, to kind of help even out the field just a little bit. As a pure set score, I would rate her about a 6 out of 10 relatively easily. She is pretty solid across the board when it comes to her base power, her armor, her heat cool. Her mobility is a little bit on the slower end, but in Stone Mirror's case, she really doesn't need the mobility all that much. But again, with the Triple Destroy, it does kind of bring the redundancy argument into question. So Stone Mirror is someone you really wouldn't want to use as a pure set, but rather maybe use just one or two parts of across the build as mixed parts specifically. And in this case, as mixed parts, I would rate her higher at a 7 out of 10 for the reasons stated above. So as I mentioned, having Destroy on the team is an absolute must if you want to build a team that is competitively viable in the meta in order to help you counteract any particular shield, regardless of what kind of shield it is, so that they can keep your nuker from staying on the correct target and not being intercepted or potentially delayed. That would very easily cost you that turn or even potentially the match at the end of the day.